Hello everyone, it's August 1st, 2022. I don't know the time or anything, but it's Geo-Rant time, Geo-Rant number 178. And today I'm going to talk about our Greenland trip 2022, which we are going to come up on here very soon. You can see some crude maps behind me here. I just as a general thing, first of all, let me put north arrow on here. This is north for the whole thing. Even that. This is my rough, really deformed map of Greenland. We will be down here. We're not going, I think the capital, Nuuk, is up here somewhere. We aren't going up there. I'm not going looking for rubies or any of that stuff. I don't care. Okay? I'm down here, and I'll get into why that is in a little bit here. Has to do with Precambrian geology, of course. So, we will be in a more warmer part of the continent. So, those of you who can't see my abomination there, we can put this up here maybe a little bit so you can see. Try to keep the marker off of it. All the names now are in native spelling, so a lot of them are very similar. And in order not to insult them, I'm going to not attempt to pronounce any of it. Here's the old names with the new ones. Like this is Eric's Fujord, which here's the new name. This is what this used to be called, Eric Appalatununa, which was Dutch. This it's no longer called that. So this is the area we're going to be in. We're going to be here and over here a little bit, okay? We aren't going to be outside of that much. And as you can see, there's a lot of topography. This is sea level. This is, if you pull out far enough, you get to the Atlantic Ocean. So this is a water resistant map that we're going to use. We will not be going absolutely everywhere. I'm going to do a quick rundown for you of why we're going here, at least from a geologic standpoint. Just so you know, this region also used to be called the Gardar area. This is where Eric the Red was banished to. This is where he landed to, and this would leave Erickson. And the thing that gets me is, yeah, I redefined North America, and from a geologic standpoint, Greenland is its own continent, but politically it's considered part of North America traditionally. There are the ruins of a Catholic church built from some of the rocks we're going to look at here, which has been there for, I want to say 13th century maybe. So long before Columbus set out on his 3 ships to go pillage and plunder wherever he did, people were already at Greenland. Europeans had already settled it. All right. So this isn't a new thing. And then we now know they actually got further south than that too. So, talks for other times anyway. Oh, hi. Bela's here. She's here. So you keep seeing this here, and you're probably like, Steve, what is this? Well, it's a locogen. You guys have heard me talk about the Midcontinent Rift before in North America. It's one of the things I study. Now, I say it's a failed rift, but what I fail to remember is that when you Google that, this is what comes up. Okay? The Midcontinent Rift system is apparently an entire failed rift system. What happens when a rift starts to form in a continent, these are map views. What happens is you get what's called a triple junction. And, it pops up here, your magma, and you start splitting. You will grow from that triple junction. This is a textbook one, but they all don't have to be like this. And so forth. And they will connect to other ones and things like this as well. But what happens is, eventually, some of these arms die. And if you look at it, it kind of forms a coastline in South America, and Africa, and kind of North America. These things you can kind of pick out where they started. All right? And that's what this is. And a locogen is a failed arm of a successful rift. And that's probably what this is. As where the Midcontinent Rift is an entire rift system, entire triple junction, except it was oriented more this way. Something like this. That failed. It wasn't. The Midcontinent Rift is not in the Locogen. This thing seems to be. And it's about the same age. It's a little older, but, well, I shouldn't say about the same age. Probably about 100 million years older, so. But basically, in a nutshell, just to get through the geology quick and dirty here, this is where we will be. Like, so this is the Eric's Fujord, and there's a formation called the Eric's Fujord Formation. It's a sandstone, looks a lot like the red clastics that fill the Midcontinent Rift. And there's something like this, and they're over here. Now you get to a certain point here, and they're gone, and you get into very old, I think it's Archean granitoids. So I think they are. So Archean granitoids, and here you get your Mesoproterozoic Eric's Fujord Formation, which is sandstone interbedded with some lava units. And there have been attempts to date those lava units, and they don't really, it wasn't clean. There were some overlapping dates, some confusion there. But generally, if memory serves, and you'll see this later, you know, in my subsequent videos when I actually reread these papers and stuff, we get about 1200 million years ago. So about 1.2 billion years ago. Over here, separated by a fault contact, we get the volcanics. We get some very interesting rocks. I would like to kind of model it like the Coldwell Complex in Ontario with the Midcontinent Rift. The rocks kind of remind me from what I've seen of that, except it is a differentiated magma chamber, but you have a lot of like voids in there. So sodalite, nepheline, stuff like that is in there too. And, you know, those rocks over there, there's a little bit of the sandstone over here too we're going to look at and stuff like that. So that's a quick and dirty part of the geology here. And I'm making this video for you just so you'll have a general sense of where we're going, what we're doing. We're going to basically be following, if I remember correctly, we're going to go like this. We're going to come down here. We're going to go like this. Then we're going to come back over here. I think it's something like that. All right. And this isn't very big. You're probably looking at, this is probably about 10 kilometers. That right there, it's got to be pretty close. All right. So it's not a huge area, but it's got a Locogen geology of failed Mesoproterozoic rift. And I'm doing this for you. I'm going to quickly record other videos for you as well, so you're not left in limbo while we're gone for 3 weeks. And they will be posting later down the line. This one will be the last one before we physically leave for our trip. But anyway, that's it. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them below, and I hope you learned something.